Originally, I was going to make a dedicated video of the recent Destroy Lonely album, Love Lasts Forever. But then I was like, nah, bro. If we're going to talk about probably the worst album of 2024 that I've heard, then I might as well talk about this other album that came early in the year. We'll get into that later. So when you break it down, basically I'm going to be talking about two of the worst rap albums in 2024. Luckily, this year has been pretty solid enough for me to only think that there's two albums out of the whole year that I think is just utterly trash. I was accounting the Vultures projects, but I'm sure they rank somewhere in the top 15, top 20 worst albums this year. It's just these two specifically that I have to pinpoint as the bottom of the barrel. I don't ever want to see these albums ever again type of scenario. Like, I really got to bring these two in the forefront because this year could probably be a whole lot better without them ever existing. So unfortunately, as I mentioned, this newly Destroy Lonely album is in strong contention. Like, I don't understand how you get worse from his previous record in 2023 if looks can kill. But just like that album transfer over to this one, it's just no excitement, no hype, no build. And we know that nowadays rollouts are pretty much obsolete. Ain't nobody take a rollout seriously anymore. But my main gripe with Destroy Lonely ever since last year has always been the auto-tune or whatever voice changer he has. Like, it's a clear distinction between his voice on No Stylist versus now. And with everyone in Opium channeling that grunge, inner grunge aesthetic, I guess, I really think that clean, dry cut feel to his vocals is what really set him apart. His vocals were way more airy, vibrant, clear to hear him too. Like, I can at least hear him on No Stylist. But bro, ever since 2023, bro, the dude sound like static on the track, which makes any album that he puts out, anything he puts out, even a single, just unbearable to get through. Mind you, there are verses that are like 2 to 3 minutes long, which feels like a lifetime. There are two features. You got Lil Uzi, of course you got King Carson, literally 16 tracks apart from each other, bro. And overall, there's 21 tracks within an hour and 5 minutes. You do the math. Another curiosity that I have, I never understood why we don't have a King Carson Destroy Lonely collab tape. Like, bro, obviously these two dudes love working with each other. They always talk about each other. Like, bro, why we can't just get the obvious? Like, at this point, it can happen, but like, it's long overdue. Plus, there's no excitement between the two anyway. So as far as King Carson's project and what he's been doing, I mean, I give him the slight edge because I just feel like he just works better channeling that aesthetic a lot more. And plus, I don't even really have to go too deep into his music. I mean, the only time I really listen to him is when I'm at the gym, bro. Like, his music is just very much for the gym. But Destroying Lonely, like, bro, he gotta do something. He gotta go back to how he was sounding, because you can't really do anything with his music, bro. I can't play it in the gym. I can't chill with it. I'm gonna be bored out of my mind. One of the biggest conversations about Opium is how they play into this mysterious vibe that they got, which honestly, I don't really complain too much about it. I love a good character role. We don't get much of it today like how we used to. Growing up, you know, I had the Tylers, the Kanyes, even before my time, MF Doom, Eminem. They were always a spectacle because of their personas, and when they perform, it will always feel huge. That's why I say I always fuck with Opium, because they got that aura. I'll even say, like, I'm not the biggest fan of their marketing. I do think it's a little too strategic, too practical, a little too much in the shadows. Like, bro, we've gotten so far into Playboi Carti's career at this point that dude can literally just put out an ad-lib as a verse, bro, and it would still feel special. I ain't gonna lie. Like, W Finesse. Moving back to Destroy Lonely, like, bro, the album's so trash that I got sidetracked and started thinking about Playboi Carti. But Destroy Lonely, bro, the only good thing I'll say about this album is that it wasn't the worst. If you heard this album, I really hope you covered your ears, because honestly, you don't need to hear it no more, bro. You don't need to hear it. If you heard it already, I apologize that you had to go through that, but you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. I hope you can move on in life. I ain't gonna lie, Hook is someone that I've been on and off with their music for the last 2 years. I love an artist that is just kind of like challenging in some way. Like, I may not fuck with you off rip, but like over time I can see your vision, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Hook was, you know what I'm saying? She was the epitome of that. And I'm gonna keep it a buck, like, Hook is one of those artists where you just don't share to people, you know what I'm saying? You keep that music to yourself. Everybody got someone in a playlist that's just kind of weird, kind of chaotic, you know what I'm saying? That's what Hook is for me. I do think Hook do have a couple solid projects. Mainly they were like EPs, but still good enough. I think she was on the radar this year. It could be last last year, somewhere, you know, in between last year and now, she was on the radar. I think what it is that for someone like her to make the music, the type of music that she makes, I can see her trying to top herself with this off the wall, out of the box element to her music every single time. And I just feel like for her doing that for so long in her music, it gets to a point where I feel like her ideas are not delivering. They're running pretty dry at this point. It's one of those things where, like, okay, we get it, you know, like, you're this anomaly that you try to portray in your music every single time. We get it. And this is just me being for real here. Like, I'm not, you know, the things that I heard on this album is pretty crazy, pretty wild. This is what my thinking process was listening to all this, trying to give another perspective of this whole project. She is unapologetically herself. She sticks true to what she's wants. She's bold, she's confident. Like, those are all good qualities, but hey, sometimes that doesn't always equate to good music, in my opinion. Her recent stuff shows that. If you was in my car and I was playing this, I don't know what explanation I can give you. I don't know how I can explain myself for what you're hearing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to just, hey, you gonna have to just judge me. I don't have to take it on the chin. But y'all let me know, man, what y'all think of these two albums. If you heard them, y'all let me know. And I'm sorry if you're going to hear them and check them out, I'm sorry in advance. And y'all let me know in the comments, what's an album that has permanently scarred you, bro? Like, I want to know that as well. I appreciate y'all for checking me out, man. We just hit 600 subscribers, on our way to 1,000. That is the next goal for us. So if you like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment, share, all that good stuff, man. I'll be back with more. Peace.